Shalom Akim, Kal Halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Kokodash. Double honors, of course, to the apostles of Great Millstone, teaching us his truth. Salutations to the Akim out there on the highways and byways, pushing his truth, all honesty and sincerity. We're trying to wake up the remaining, hopefully elect. So this is Naaman.
Yo, Sap.
With the DC camp. And let's see if I can get still in the focus here. So today our topic is going to be the richest pastors in America. I hope I got that. This is an uneven surface. Hold on. There we go. That might do it. All right, I think we got it straight now. Anyway, the topic for today is going to be the 8 richest pastors in America. In America. All right. Babylon. So go ahead and start off, huh?
Yes, of course. They didn't include TDJT. He one of the richest too.
I wonder why. That's a mystery there.
We'll get him in the end, you know. But they got this pastor named Kenny Copeland.
Oh yeah.
You know, he says network. His network.
Salaki. I don't know what I'm gonna do here. It might do it. Let's see how that works. Salaki, I actually had to reposition that. All right.
Okay, they said Kenny Copeland. His network is worth $760 million. You know, he's supposed to be. I have heard of him. You know, he say he got a TV show, a network, and he with the Word of Faith, the branch of Pentecostalism, Kenny Copeland Ministry. They say his ministry operate on 1,500 acres.
Yeah.
Near Fort Worth, Texas. You know, he got a big a church, a private airstrip, a hangar. You know, that's for them big old airplanes and stuff, ain't it?
Hangar, yeah.
Yeah, like that. And a $17 million jet. And he into it. Okay, they say he resides with his wife Gloria in a $6 million church-owned lakefront mansion. You know, and they say he's partial Native American. You know.
Yeah, okay.
Something like that.
They always claim that.
You know Pat Robinson. You know.
Oh yeah.
Did he? I thought. Well, he's still living. I thought.
As far as I know, I can look it up real quick.
Yeah. His net worth was $100 million. You know, he was a head of that 700 club. You know, that's anyway, he into politics. You know, he into politics too. He raised money for the conservatives.
Yeah,
you know,
he's still
he raised money for the conservatives. You know, and stuff like that. And
he just turned 90 in March.
And then, you know, got Billy Haynes. You know,
Billy
he a rat, I think.
Billy Ham?
Yeah, Billy Haynes.
Yeah, you don't know.
I thought they said he was a rat. You know,
could be.
Well, he into that. He was born in Jaffa, Israel. And he was born, you know, so I thought he was a rat.
Could be.
You know.
Could be.
That Orthodox transition, where he can convert it into the Pentecostalism, you know, like that. And Joe Lawstein.
Olstein?
Okay, well, you said.
O-L-S-T.
Yeah. Well, he network worth $40 million. And he got, was he got, how many members he got?
Olstein. I said Olstein. I'm sorry. So he got about
43,000 members. I think in the church. It's the largest Protestant church in America.
Wow.
You know, like that. And when I think something happened, what was it?
It was a hurricane, I believe.
And they tried to, the people tried.
were trying to seek refuge in the church, and he was like,
Yeah, you know,
and then he caught so much flack, he had to backtrack.
Yeah, it was something like that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get a criminal dollar,
Boy.
you know. But his net worth $27 million, you know, like that. I think he tried to get a 65 million.
Yeah, he was. I remember that he was. He and there was another one. What was his name? Because there was this video some years ago about him and this preacher. What was his name? Is it Thompson? Leroy Thompson. I can't remember his name. But they were dancing on the money. People were coming up in the church and throwing money on the in front of the pulpit on the steps.
Yeah.
And they were dancing in the money. And they were dancing. He was trying to ask his congregation to come up with $65 million for a new Learjet. So it was like, wow.
Yeah.
But these are the people that our people put their faith and trust in. All right.
Billy Graham, I think he died though. You know.
Yeah, he died
a
couple of years ago.
Rick Warren, and let's see, it's one more, George Meyer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she.
Joyce Meyer, yeah.
Yeah, George Meyer. She worked $8 million. They had what? I think they got a lot of these ministers got a television. A television ministry, you know, be on TV and stuff like that.
Jimmy Swaggart is still active.
Yeah.
His wife got a podcast program that I was listening. I think I let you listen to a little bit of it a couple of weeks ago, where they were getting on the protesters.
Yeah.
And she was like, her and the people that were on the panel were like offended that people were disgusted with Columbus and what he did to the natives. They just couldn't understand what was going on.
Yeah.
Columbus? The founder of, they don't even know that. They keep saying he founded America and all this. You just got.
But anyway, she got a $10 million jet, you know, her and her husband, you know. They got several houses. I think each one costs $2 million. And they got. And she drive a $107,000 silver Mercedes, you know, like that, you know. And something about in their ministry, I think it's a $5 million worth of furniture, including a 23,000 antique marble top, commode, something like that. Something like that. And with T.D. Jakes, now I was reading something about him. They say he worth $150 million.
Yeah, it's still a mystery as to why he's not on this list.
Yeah, he was on another one I looked at, but I thought he gonna be on this one, but he's not on this one, you know. But T.D. Jakes got books, got a television, a television ministry. I mean, he got it all, you know. And stuff like that, you know, about these pastors, these shepherds, lead, lead to the flock and shit, you know, like
well, let's get some scriptures on this because we don't want to come across as rambling. We done gave you who we're talking about as far as these pastors, and I've got this is Titus because this is one of the, and we're talking about, of course, the nation of Israel. All right. This is Titus 1:7. It says, "For a bishop must be blameless." Bishop T.G. Jakes must be blameless as the steward of the Most High, not self-willed, not soon angry, not given to wine, no striker, nor given to filthy lucre, but a lover of hospitality, a lover of good men, sober, just, holy, temperate. I'm gonna tell you why I'm reading this as soon as I get through. Holding fast the faithful word as he hath been taught, that he may be able by sound doctrine both to exhort and to convince the gainsayers. For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake. So you got a lot of our people. Now granted, T.G. Jakes, now it has been brought to the forefront. This was within, I guess, the last year. Because I remember watching a video where he says he knew he and his lineage were Hebrews. Okay, and as such, you're putting out here your enemy, our enemy's doctrine. You went to their seminaries, their schools, got your little theology degree and all this, and you know better. So why are you still teaching the enemy's doctrine? You've scattered and are continue to scatter our people, all right? And you're shoulder to shoulder with our enemies, with Joel Osteen's and the Kenneth Copelands and all these others, all right? So you're all about Babylon Thrive. All right, I remember a few years ago when his daughter had a wedding, he spent, talking about T.D. Jakes, he spent over $800,000 on his daughter's wedding. All right, just extravagant.
He spent
over $800,000 on his daughter's wedding.
Oh, he did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Let's get some more. This Jeremiah 23. See this, I've said this because he's someone that's supposed to have known better. Now in these theology, these seminary schools and these theology degrees, a PhD, you get a doctorate in philosophy and theology, you have to go into the Greek, you have to go into the Hebrew and some Latin, all right? So you're supposed to be held to a higher standard, but yet, again, you don't have the eye salve, or you're doing it purposely because you're doing it for, again, filthy lucre's sake. This is Jeremiah 23:1. It says, "Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pastors, saith the Most High Yahweh. Therefore, thus saith the Most High Yahweh, the power of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people. Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away." These churches that were set up were done in large part to keep Jake in darkness. And still to this day, that's another reason you can tell why Esau, the so-called white man, is in a panic now. All right, because he set himself, he put his image out there as the Most High and the people of the Most High, and had deceived the whole world. Revelation 20th chapter. All right. Now we're in 2 Thessalonians 2nd chapter. All right. He's being revealed for what he truly is. All right. Now he's in panic mode, desperation mode. All right. Let me finish this again. It says Jeremiah 23:2. "Therefore saith the Most High Yahweh, power of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people. Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings, saith the Most High Yahweh. And I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries, whither I have driven them, and will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase." Notice it says a remnant. That's the elect. All right, that's a few, a very few. All right. So again, here they are, rubbing elbows with the enemy for filthy lucre's sake. Damn the people. This is all about how many houses I can get, how many fine cars, sellouts, Judas goats, in a sense. All right, deceiving people. That's all I had up.
Okay, I had something on Ezekiel. Okay.
Oh yes, it's the one I'm thinking of.
Ezekiel, let's see. Okay, let me say Ezekiel in the Hebrew. How you say it? Yashala.
It don't matter now. Just go ahead and do what you gotta do.
The word of the Most High came unto me, saying, "Son of man, prophesy against the shepherd of Israel. Prophesy and say unto them, Thus says the Most High unto the shepherd, Woe be to the shepherd of Israel that do feed themselves. Should not the shepherd, they feed themselves?
Mm-hmm.
Should not the shepherd feed the flock? You eat the fat, and you clothe you, with the wolves. You kill them that are fed, but you feed not the flock. You know, the disease have you not strengthened, neither have you healed that which was sick, neither have you bound up that which was broken, neither have you bound again that which was driven away, neither have you sought that which was lost, but with force and with cruelty have you ruled them. You know, they just say, you know, ain't helping nobody. You know, you know, the people's, they still, you know, the people still believe in the white man system. You know, they don't even know the name of the Most High. You know, I mean, the police got all kind of. The police got all kind of homelessness, extortion. Most of our majority of our people's in the prison cell. It just, you know, they don't help nobody. That's what, you know, that's what it's saying.
When you consider how much money on each given Sunday as a whole the so-called black churches take in, it's really sad. And I remember hearing this back in '93 for the first time. I never even considered it. I was like, man. But that's their reward for selling out people. You know, this 501c3 or 3C charter. Wow, that started from, I believe it's the Johnson administration. Sad. But they got to pay for it. Did you have anything else on that?
Yeah. Okay. As they were scattered, because there is no shepherd, and they became meat to all beasts of the field when they were scattered. You know, they talking about not only Esau, but the other nations. They talking about all these who would say that word, you know, these Chinese, these East Indians, all in your neighborhood, you know, setting up shop, you know, everything right in our neighborhood, you know. I think back in the 40s, there was something called redlining, where the black people weren't even allowed to set up a business in their own neighborhood. You know, the white man back then prevented all that, you know, like that, you know. My sheep wander through all the mountains and upon every hill. Yea, my flock was scattered upon all faces of the earth, and none did search or seek after them. You know, as we know, we were scattered. What you call the transatlantic slave trade? We were scattered. We were pretty much scattered all over the world. You know.
Yeah, that's the Hebrew Israelite diaspora. They keep saying African diaspora. We were never African. So that's another thing. You got to be. You know, this devil is very crafty. So you gotta, anything he say, you gotta investigate it. If he tell you it's the sun shining outside, you gotta get up and look for yourself. That's the way I always look at it. Anything else that
Okay, therefore you shepherd, hear the word of the Most High. As I live, said the Most High, surely my flock became a prey, and my flock became meat to every beast of the field. Because there was no shepherd, neither did my shepherd search for my flock. But the shepherd fed themselves and fed not my flock. That's what they feed themselves, you know. You know, that's how they doing. You can't even ask questions in church. You know, you can't. he just up there talking. You know what I'm saying? He ain't explaining. You know, you can ask the average person to go. The only thing they can tell you, John 3:16. That's it. That's all.
And what songs they were playing.
Yeah, that's all. That's all they can tell you. Therefore, O you shepherd, hear the word of the Most High. Thus said the Most High, behold, I am against the shepherd. I will acquire my flock at their hand, and cause them to cease from feeding the flock. Neither shall the shepherd feed themselves anymore, but I will deliver my flock from their mouth, that they may not be meat for them. See this? The shepherd, you know, they're gonna come to an end, you know. Okay, he said he gonna require. You know, he said he gonna require at their hand. That means blood. You know, they got to pay. You know, they got. I mean, these fake ass pastors and shit. They got to pay, man.
Yeah.
They got to pay with blood. You know, because we playing with blood from all of this that's going on. We playing with blood. Yeah. They got to pay with blood, man. They got it coming just like Esau. You know, they got
That's
it
why I'm
coming.
gonna close it out with this. This is Ezekiel chapter 22, verse 12. It says, "In thee have they taken gifts to shed blood. Thou hast taken usury and increase, and thou hast greedily gained of thy neighbors by extortion, and hast forgotten me, saith the Most High Yahweh. Behold, therefore I have smitten mine hand at thy dishonest gain, which thou hast made, and at thy blood, which hath been in the midst of thee." All right, so again, as the author just said, that's what's going to be required of them for leading our people astray. And a lot of them knowingly do this. It became a hustle for Jakes that got out of prison, going into the ministry. All right, that was their hustle. It has been for the longest. These are the people that are supposed to be your spiritual advisors. All right, bunch of crooks and other things, which we don't have time to go into now. But just know that they don't have our best interests at heart. They have Esau and the government's best interests at heart. And that interest is keeping our people asleep. All right, and what's going on now? These people are scared. These Edomites and these other nations, per what? Well, let's get it real quick. Revelation 11 chapter. All right, the dead bodies. That's what's going on now. This is Revelation chapter 7. Verse 11. Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. It says, "And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, Babylon, America, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. And they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwelt on the earth. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them." And that's where we at right now. All right, these people are seeing the Israelites, the Great Awakening. All right, now they're trying to link us with these other radical groups. You know, Vocab Malone's been for the longest time trying to link us with Islam. Some of these other people. Now this cat comes along, Grandmaster Jay. All right, and oddly enough and sadly enough, all these people that are supposedly Israelites are being found out to be carnal because they're joining up with this guy. The scriptures don't say do that. So now he's got people all in black carrying AR-15s and all kinds of other weapons and ammunition. And guess who's locked in on that? Because they're trying to link us all together. Now everybody in there, everybody knows we're not like that. We don't, you know. But what does it say? Woe to them that have lost patience, and these are the people that have lost patience. All right. Zephaniah 3:8 says, "Wait ye upon me, saith the Most High. Didn't say go out there and get it done.
Yeah.
Because that's not our blessing. All right. Wait ye upon me. It's so simple. All right. So if not anything else,
No, let's get this close.
yeah. Once again, this is part of Esau's wicked mechanism. He's got steps set up. All right. Things that are supposed to keep us suppressed. All right, keep us dumbed down, and these pastors were a big thing of that. This plantation Christianity, as we've come to know it as, was a big, big thing. Now people are waking up, and again, this man is shook. All right, so again, these things are happening now at a faster pace. They're trying to get this vaccine and everything, trying to get this chip pushed. All right, because they know Revelation 12:12. They know they got a short time. All right, so with that, I hope whoever views this is edified. We're going to cut it for time's sake. So with that, once again, call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Karkadash. And of course, double honors once again to the apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us this truth, the Guru well. Salutations to the occupant out there on the highways and byways. Okay. Shalom, Markham. Shalom.
Shalom.